Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. We're here again today. I finally, let me just check my mic area. Yeah. I finally got my camera figured out. You can see my face isn't blown out now. My, I learned how to use the contrast control. So now I look normal. Yeah. Uh, yeah, today we're gonna look at, we're gonna try to make some trees that you can chop down. Hello, Wholesome Island. Oh yeah, and hello, Firefly, and hello, Mom. Welcome to the stream again. As always, we have soda from a foreign land. In this case, this is a banana-flavored soda from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is related to A Short Odyssey because the latitude and longitude of the island in A Short Odyssey as used to determine sun positions happens to just use the latitude and longitude of Tobago, but because it's sort of supposed to be in a similar area. But anyway, let's crack that open. In Canada, you can always tell when something is like imported, like somewhat sketchily, because they have like a little extra sticker here to put the French label on it. Because in Canada, you have to have English and French on everything. But anyway, why don't we get straight into the destructible trees? So, I thought that would be a cool thing to add. So, right now, I think what happens, if you hit a tree, nothing. Nothing at all happens. So, what we need to do, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create a version of the tree that is broken. That is, I'm just going to like judge based on the height that you would, so let's see. View, show wireframe. So that's going to be, I guess, the third piece here. So that's where we're gonna make the cut. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna quit out of the game. And we're gonna put on the stream music. Which... let's get that back to the beginning. Alright. And then we're gonna open Blender. And this is, we're not gonna spend too much time in Blender. We're just gonna, we're gonna cut the tree up. So we're gonna find our tree, which is gonna be in Source Models Palm. All right. So this is the one we're gonna cut down. I'm gonna go ahead and make another instance group. The reasons for that, it has to do with the way that meshes are handled in my engine, but I'm just gonna add an empty. And I'm gonna call this instance group 2. Alright, so we're gonna duplicate the straight palm. Shift-D. And then Control-P. And then we're gonna go ahead and hide all this stuff. So we said it was going to be around here, around the third. So I'm just gonna select all this, get the vertex, and go to mesh separate. So now that's a separate mesh. That's going to be the stump. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to actually delete all the leaves because those are going to be a pain in the ass. So I think I can just select by material. Yeah. And now what I need to do is fill the holes. And I'm gonna UV unwrap that. Oh, I have to actually select the thing again, okay. Wait, why is that? Yeah. There we go. Ideally, it would show a different texture there, but right now we're just going for the basics. So then we're gonna go into here. Gonna hide our bottom thing here, and we're gonna do this one. And then I'm gonna add onto here. Oh no, we already have a triangulate modifier. We don't need to add one. Okay. And now we need to add one here too. On the stump. All right, so now we have our tree in its partially destroyed state. I'm gonna then export this as not in source models, it's in meshes. Resources, meshes, palm. So we're gonna call this cut palm. And that's good. So now if we go back into the engine, we're going to create our cut version of the palm. One second. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the YouTube video here. All right, so I'm gonna create a new entity. Actually, it's gonna be two entities because it's the stump and it's the actual trunk. Yeah. So I'm gonna add. Okay, so I'm gonna call this palm stump. Gonna add a component. Gonna call it. I'm gonna do a mesh. Visual mesh. Gonna add a transform as well. And then we need to go and find our thing we just exported, which is, I'm gonna go ahead and move the object, which is the palm, cut palm. Okay, so this has gone ahead and imported the entire. Wait, is the scale right? Yeah, that's actually. Wow, I guess it is right. It's just taller than I thought. So we're gonna want to disable the top, so it's just the stump now. And we're gonna add a physics object to it as well. Collider. That's going to be a cylinder. And so it's also going to have some offset so that it matches the... it's 0.5. It's a little bit bigger than 0.5. 0.6. And then... Oh. Yeah, this is too tall, actually. There we go. I'm going to save this as a prefab. Palm stump. And then we are going to create the trunk. So I'm going to create another new object. Well, actually, I'm going to duplicate this. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Going to remove the prefab component. And I'm going to set this to... The mesh needs to be the trunk. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of separation to this just so that it actually separates after you cut it. Then I'm going to adjust the offset here and make the cylinder obviously narrower and taller. Actually, you know what? No, I think that's fine, actually. For now, the cylinder will just be fine. So we'll do that 0.45. Maybe that's good. No, it's going to be way too big. 0.4. Let's just do 0.4 for now. We're keeping it simple. Make the cylinder taller and move it up. Yeah, actually, cylinder's not going to work. We're going to have to do... okay, so I got to also call this palm trunk. And we're going to use the convex decomposition. And we need to set the offset to 0. Okay. Oh, this is weird. This is going to be weird because the center of gravity is going to be all off. It's fine for now. We'll fix that later. So save that. And then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to select this, then select this. And now we need to save the prefab. And it's now it's got to save both of them in the same prefab, which is what it's done. Okay, so we're going to do this. Gonna give it a rigid body now. Rigid body. And that's gonna have a mass of 200 kilos. I don't know, that seems right. And then, now that this has been made into a prefab, it's gonna save the other one automatically. So go ahead and save prefab. So now what happens if we click unpause? Oh. I would have thought it would just fall over, but I guess it needs probably a nudge. Oh, it's because the center of gravity's all off. I will need to fix the center of gravity. Okay. 1 second. So the prefab has been saved. So what we're going to need to do is... I'm going to go ahead and set... object, set origin... Origin to center of mass. Okay, that's much better. And so now if we save this... Yeah. Oh, wait, it's... Yeah, so file, export. GLTF. Cut palm. So let's go back to our game. We're very close to the destructible trees. Trust. So we take our stump. Oh, where's its child? Oh, I see what happened. It's somehow not... One second. Where's the palm trunk? Somehow it didn't save the transform. That's kind of weird. I think I might know why, but anyway, we'll figure that out in a second. So, we need to now adjust this. Rigid bodied collider. Shape. We need to redo our convex hull. Cool. Now I believe if we just copy the transform minus that and minus that. Now we move this up. Okay. So save prefab to the palm stump. Okay, cool. Now we have a more reasonable center of gravity. What happens if we unpause? It's still okay, anyway. Let's see. What if I punch it? I was hoping it would just kind of fall over. I can knock it over. Interesting. Maybe it's too heavy. Okay, is my palm stump gonna... Okay, this is really weird why it's not... Okay, one second. It's not saving the relative position properly. Let me go into the prefab file. Prefabs. Come on, load. Oh, no. Windows Explorer, okay. Windows Explorer has crashed. We'll be back in 1 second. Okay, we're back. Release. Resources. Prefabs. This is very odd. Maybe I can access it from here. Palm stump. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so. Let's do transform. Where's the transform? Make that 0. Make that 0. Make that 0. And then let's... What happens if we copy this to here? Oh, actually, wait. Make that 0. It's probably just some bug in my loading logic. All right. So now, that's very weird. Why does it have that position? Okay. Something's weird here. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop into debug mode. Unfortunately, we have bugs on the stream. It's annoying when that happens, but you know, you just gotta deal with it. So JSON serializer. So I'm gonna go here. Prefab. Wait, I'm actually okay. Well, I'm just gonna try doing one thing first. Let's do our destructible thing. I'm gonna add to this component a destructible and give it the swapped prefab, which is gonna be the stump. Palm. Okay. Save that. So right now, we only destructibles only work with bombs for now, but we're gonna make it so that it works with swords as well. But so we're gonna need a bomb to try this. Okay, bomb. Okay, what? It's got to be right next to the tree. Hey! Look at that! Look at that. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Okay, so it's only when I'm spawning the prefab in the editor that we have a problem. Otherwise, it seems to be working fine. But let's try that. Destructible trees seem to be working. Okay, so does it have the... It has the destructible. So let's get a bomb again. Pick it up. Throw it at the tree. Gotta be closer. I'm pretty happy with that. And then now we have a little tree here. Whoop. And then we have the stump left behind as well. Alright. So now I need to make it work with swords. So that should take a tiny bit of programming, but I think we can handle that. Very Cryfall. I assume you mean Crisis and Far Cry. Very Far Cry Fall. Very Far Cry. Yeah. Alright, so now we need to find... What do we do with Destructible? I think we're gonna need to add a couple more... Okay, so right now... The only time we use Destructible is when we are using explode at position. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to use the damageable. Yeah, I'm gonna use damageable. Actually, I'm gonna need to factor out some of this into its own function, but anyway. So where's damageable? Here. Okay, so I can put it in the... Or maybe... Okay, so indamageable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do if it has a destructible. Yeah, it's just going to be in this take damage thing. We're just going to destroy it with one hit for now, but theoretically later we can add like some amount of health. So I'm going to need to copy this whole function here. And where do we define destructible? So I'm going to need to do some function for destructible. It's going to be called void spawn, or just going to call it destroy destructible. Go ahead and find that. It's going to do this stuff. Okay, so it's going to need to take some parameters. It'll take world. Yeah. Okay. It's going to need to take the destructible as a parameter. Target, and it's going to need to take, or call it destructible. Call it target, yeah. Dot. Physics. Okay, what am I missing here? Okay, so actually what we can do is we can we'll have to actually make this return a vector of entities, because it needs to do some stuff. So that what the vector of entities it's returning is going to be the what you call it? Wait, what's contact image? Okay, yeah, that's in the yeah, that we'll have to fix that here. In the wait, what do we do? Sorry, I'm just confused a tiny bit, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, and we're gonna do entity E, and that's gonna also be the destructible. Okay, so we can take. What do we need? Original position. Okay, that's actually only. Okay, cool. So now, in here, we can now just call destroy destructible. Destructible. E and world. Yeah. And then it's equals okay, so why is that having error? Oh, because it's got to be, you got to dereference it. Okay, so now we can delete this crap. And then we need to return its. Now we can call destroy destructible as well in the damageable. And call that self.getWorld. Destructible. And it's target. And we need to include items, I believe. All right, cool. What's going on? What's wrong here? Oh, it needs to be. What do you mean it has no member? Could just be an IntelliSense issue. Let's just try compiling that. You can't find it. Oh, it's called item.h. That's why. My bad. Okay, so we should be done with the boring coding. Hopefully that's... Okay, and... Oh, we also... Okay, we gotta do that. So now, when I slap it with the sword, it should fall over. All right, take it out. Let's go. Oh, I need to add a destructible. 1 second. Sorry, I need to add a damageable. Oh, game damageable. And I don't think I need to do that. And save the prefab there. Okay, why isn't that working? Okay. Destroy destructible. It didn't get it. Oh, it's not target itself. That's what the problem is. Okay, cool. My bad. All right, let's go back and let's get the sword. We should be able to cut things down now. All right, 1 second. Haha! I'm pretty happy with that. So there is a little bit of an issue, and that I think it should probably not, like, because right now, if I punch the tree, it's gonna fall over because it's like literally any damage. So there needs to be like a damage threshold, I think. Right. Yeah. So let's make it if the damage is greater than 5.0? Was that too much? Let's see. I need to do, like, it needs to be the amount of damage that the sword, that the thing does in a tick. Okay, here's how I'll do it, actually. I'll do 50 damage times, because damage is actually, it's over, anyway. It's over time, so we need to do tick DT, and so that should give us roughly the amount of damage we... Yeah. So now, if something does 50 damage over the period of 1 second, it's going to trigger. I think that's right, yeah. So now, if we punch the tree, what's going to happen? Nothing. But now, if we take the sword to the tree, I believe it's going to fall over. Alright, so. Aha! Beauty. Alright. Okay, so let's now clean up some of the issues that we have. So, first issue, the tree stump looks not like a tree stump because that sword is scarily sharp. Yeah, it's enough to cut down a tree in one hit. It's a palm tree. It's not the thick... I don't know. It's actually insanely difficult to cut shit down with a sword, by the way. But we live in a fantasy world of video games, so we're going to allow it. Yeah, I know. That's what we're trying to fix right now. We're gonna give it a different texture. So, here's what I need to do. I need to go back into Blender. Let's hide that. Because it's using the outer bark, but what does a palm tree look like on the inside? Palm tree inside. Okay. That's not what I meant by inside. All of these palms are inside. Okay, palm tree trunk. Okay, so it's actually pretty, it's pretty much just, Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess palm trees don't have tree rings? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's go back to here. Do we have any textures that, so let's go on the, let's go on the fantastic site, freepbr.com. Let's see if we got some texture we can use. Trees and plants. None of that looks right to me. If I search wood. Wood. Come on. Okay, that's cork, which is technically not right, but it looks kind of like it, so we might just use that. Yeah. The cork actually looks kind of similar, so we're gonna go ahead with that. And we're going to download the Unreal Engine version because that has the right normal maps that we want. Even though I... What do you mean my download key has expired? Oh, okay, yeah. So this fantastic site, whatchamacallit, it's free for non-commercial use, but they charge a very small fee to get to use it commercially, which I did pay them. So we're allowed to use any of the stuff on this site in the game because I paid for my license, which is only $16. So like it's definitely worth it. And I believe the guy is from my native country of Canada. I think he's from Manitoba though. Yeah. So it's good to support a fellow citizen. Yeah. All right, let's get into here. I'm gonna take the cork board. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy it into my textures directory. Release resources, textures, paste. Call it cork. Then, yeah, we're gonna go into Blender. We're gonna make a new material. Remove that one. Add a new one. New. We're gonna go into our shading. Uh-oh. That shaded mode. We're gonna take the albedo. We're gonna add that to the base color. And we need to assign our... Okay, cool. Now we need to simply add the normal map. This needs to be non-color. Add our RGB curves. Add our vector normal map. Connect all the nodes. Connect here. And flip our green channel. Also, mark sharp. That needs to be a sharp edge there. And then we need to add our roughness. Cool. Non-color. Yeah, this is a stand-in. We can replace the texture with a better one later, but it's okay. So one thing I just noticed is that you can really easily see the fact that this is a hexagon. So I'm gonna do a fun trick. Edges, subdivide. What happens? Yeah. Okay. So this has done the triangulation for us, so it's good. We're gonna do that. Then we're gonna select this. We're gonna select this whole thing, and do Control Alt S. Oh no, Control Alt S. Is that not the right? Oh, I see. It's gotta be a bounding block. Control Alt S. And there we go. Now it's a much more round looking thing. However, we have not increased the density going down, just at the boundary. So it looks pretty good, I think. Okay, so now let's go back to our other piece and hide that one. I'm gonna go in here, edit mode. I'm gonna add remove that one. Uh-oh. You can't do it in edit mode apparently. Remove that. Add another material, and it's gonna be this one. Actually, we're gonna give this one a name. We're gonna call it inner wood, I guess? I don't know. And then we're gonna go ahead and assign our materials. Assign. We also need to mark that sharp. Go to the top here. Assign. And mark sharp. Cool. So now, in here I'm also going to do the trick I did with the sphere. Like to make it, so edge, subdivide, Control-Alt-S. There we go. Save. And now, if we export this back to the tree, cut palm, GLTF, keep going, back into here. All right. Cool. Now, uh-oh. What? Oh, okay, I know. Okay, so yeah, that's a problem. We need to enable the other bits. Actually, one second. I'm going to go ahead and spawn that prefab again. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and edit the thing because that's easier to do right now. That's more foolproof. So, enabled submeshes. I believe I can just delete that and then it'll... Oh, actually. Shit. No, I can't. I need to... So I'm going to say that's 1, 3, and that's 0, 2. I'm guessing that's correct. I can fix it in thing. Okay, so that has worked, but our texture hasn't loaded in yet, so we need to give that a second. I'm going to go ahead and run this in release mode just because it loads in faster when you do that. Oh yeah, and we have to compile all our changes, which is going to take 2 seconds. So, verdict on the Trinidad and Tobago banana soda. It's okay. Banana soda is a little bit weird. It's a little bit sweet for me. But, you know. It was an interesting experience. Alright. The wonders of C++ compilation. And it's about to be done. There we go. Thank you. All right. So, let's get the sword. And we're going to start cutting down trees until hopefully the texture loads it. So right now it only works with the straight palms. We're going to need to do different ones for the different shapes of palm, which is slightly annoying. Have you tried Pepsi plus Peeps one? No. I haven't. Oh, shit. What is Peeps? Anyway, the whole thing of me drinking weird sodas, like I'm specifically trying to get ones from, like, other countries. Like, I think it started with drinking Guarana, like Guarana Antarctica, which is a Brazilian soda that I thought was pretty good. And then I just started trying to drink, like, different sodas from every possible country. Peeps is a marshmallow candy thing. Oh, that's interesting. It's possible that we don't have it in Canada, but maybe? Okay. Oh, the normal map is... Sorry, not the normal map, the roughness map. So the roughness map has loaded in incorrectly as a metallic and roughness map. So all that I need to do is open it up in GIMP here. You guys can't see that, can you? Turn off game capture. Okay, so open it up in GIMP. Go to image mode, grayscale. Export as... Yes. And then make sure that I hit gray. Okay, so now if I go back to the game and I hit reload, there we go. The roughness map now comes in as correctly being a black and white image. It's just like some weird thing. I like, sometimes people ship black and white normal maps, sorry, black and white roughness maps, and sometimes people ship ones that have like different channels for different things. And so my engine doesn't know whether or not it's one of those or not, unless it's actually saved as a black and white image. So yeah. But anyway, that should be fixed. I'll need to make that look a little bit less, you know, straight. But we can fix that. Alright, let's try this one here. This tree. Alright. Why didn't you fall over? Come on. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. It looks like the tree is not... Like, it's just spawning the thing without actually being turned into the, It's spawning the thing with no velocity. So it just sits where it is, right? So what I think we need to do is we need to add a force coming from the attack direction to make sure that it falls over. So we go back to here where we have our... Yeah, so that's what this does here. So I think we can just copy this. Ents equals... And we have our direction. So we can get rid of that. Auto world equals self.getWorld, yeah, alright. Auto and world, because we can't copy the world. And that's physics, rigid body. Didn't namespace it. Okay, apply impulse direction. Wait, why do we have a... oh, I see. We're not going to do that right now. We're just going to do the... direction times damage. Let's try that. It might not be enough, but we'll find out. All right. Alright, let's try cutting this down now. I feel like it should make a noise when it falls down, but I haven't figured that out, how to do that yet. But okay, so maybe we didn't add enough. Oh, actually, we can do that. Okay, direction. Let's do 10.0. F multiplied by the direction times the damage. All right. Oh, shit. That was too much. That's way too much. Look at that. All right. Let's do 2. All right. Oh, it needs to be the negative direction. Because it's the direction that the attack is coming from. So we need to apply the force in the opposite direction. That makes sense. All right. What's going on here? So just direction type damage, no multiplier. All right, we're getting some lag. I don't know why. All right, we're back. It does seem like it's applying the wrong... All right, I'm going to have to put a breakpoint in here and see what the direction is. Now let's go back to release with debug info. Okay, so I'm going to put a breakpoint right here. And we are facing in the positive Z direction. This should be plus Z. So the direction is plus Z. Damage is 1.66. World position is... Let me... Oh, I see. It's got to be, it's relative to the object itself. I see. So, dot get Okay. So, let's see. Is that right? All right. Let's cut that down. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we should get less of a weird spin now, I think. Okay, for some reason, this particular tree really doesn't want to fall over. Come on. Why is that? Oh, maybe because it's not tilted? Okay, so we need more force. Okay. So I think now that we solved the relative position thing, I think the force is going to make more sense. It's not going to do the weird spinning thing. Ten is probably still too much force, but what we're going to see. All right. Good start. Good start. Is this guy going to fall now? Okay, that was a little bit better, but... Okay, let's just try 100 times. Let's go over the top. Okay. Good start, good start. Is it going to be enough force to make this guy fall over now? Yeah, there we go. 100 is our lucky number. Cool. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's see. Now that we have this thing that falls over, let's see how that affects the pathfinding. Let's look at our nav mesh. Okay, interesting. So it thinks we can walk over this, I guess. Or not this part. Okay. Yeah, so we can't walk over this, but we... Okay, it seems inconsistent. We might need to do some work with the navigation routines. Yeah, because it's too... Okay, so you can walk over here. You walk over here? I guess you can, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's inconsistent. We're going to need to work on the nav mesh stuff. But, okay. You usually don't cut a tree and get a perfectly flat cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of these. Go into edit mode. And then I'm just going to randomly move some of these vertices up and down. Oh. Let's do that. Just because, you know, they're cut up. Normal? No, I'm going to do global. Just because, you know, they shouldn't be completely aligned. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these and move them one way or the other. And that's going to make them not flat anymore. Not perfectly round. Blender makes it a little bit difficult to select things that are like right on top of each other. Actually, it's going to be easier from wireframe mode. Okay. I think that's good enough. And you can see that the two pieces perfectly fit into each other now. So, export. Cut palm. Okay, let's go back. Add our music back in a second, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, I think okay. We exported the object wrong. We didn't include the instance group. Let's do that again. Cut palm. All right, let's get back to our position. Let's take the sword. Let's not crash this time. All right. Yeah, I think it looks a lot better just with a little bit of like roughing up. Cool. All right, now let's see if we can use this for clever combat maneuvers. Let's see if this affects fighting at all. Because, like, maybe you can block skeletons or something by cutting down trees in the woods. Let's go back to release mode just for a second. Alright, let's get in here. Alright. Cut the... Cool. Nice. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna teleport us over to the woods. Or to the jungle. Alright, can I... So theoretically, if it falls on an enemy, it should actually deal damage because it's just a heavy object. And technically, heavy objects do cause damage when they fall on enemies in the game. All right, chase me, chase me. All right, where's the tree we can cut down? It has to be one of the straight palms. The other ones don't have it implemented yet. So this one will work. Alright, come at me, come at me, come at me. Oh, I missed him. Come on. Fall into my trap. No, it's too far. What do you mean? I guess I... Okay, come on. Yeah. It missed him. Anyway. I don't know. It's not really, Alright. Perhaps we can do something interesting with the trees, actually. Now that we have this guy, can I... Come on, roll. Seeing if I can push it over to the ravine and then maybe use it to climb out. I can't seem to get it. Okay, let's get onto the other side. Alright, where are our stray palms? So let's cut this one down. Cut this one down. What can I do with it? Let's push it. I'm trying to make some kind of structure for me to climb on. I don't know if that's possible given the features that we have. But it seems like it's a little bit hard to push this guy because I keep trying to walk over it. It's too short. I need a bigger piece of wood. Oh, maybe I can just... Can I smack it? No. I can... I think I need more techniques for being able to, like, manipulate objects. Because right now you could just sort of walk into them. You don't have much control. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Because it's a little bit higher on my person. Come on. Push you down here. Get in there. Alright. Okay. Oh, shit. It also gets... Oh, shit. I died. Or that was... Alright, anyway, that idea was silly. What are we doing now? I guess we could do some of the other trees. We just repeat what we did for a different tree. So yeah, let's... I suppose we can do the bent one now. And we'll do it roughly at the same height. So. Shift D. This one I don't think is going to have any trouble falling over because it's already got like a pretty bend in it. Okay, we got to parent it to the other instance group here. Oh wait, no, that's LOD 1. We want LOD 0. Right. So Shifty. And then Control P. Oh, and we're gonna have to adjust some of the indices because this is gonna be in the same file, but whatever. Okay, so it's just over top of there. So let's say it's here. Actually, can we add a plane? Add. Okay, no, let's just do it manually. Go to here. Mesh. Separate. All right. Did we do that right? Okay. Where's our separated thing? Oh, shit, we worked on the wrong one. That wasn't intentional. We need to undo what we just did. Okay, cool. We were working on the wrong instance. So let's grab this guy. And go back to edit mode. So we're actually selecting the right one. Wireframe, select that. Mesh. Separate. Okay. Here we go. Now, hide that guy. And apply the correct material. This would be inner wood. Assign. UV unwrap. There we go. Now do the same thing on the other side. Oh yeah, we need to go into edit mode here. Select that, select all the leaves, delete them. Create the thing here. Edit, remove that, add a new material, make it the inner wood. Edit. All right, assign. UV unwrap. Same up here. And, oh yeah, we need to also mark sharp. Oh, it has to be edges. Mark sharp. There we go. Object mode. Hide that, hide that. Edit mode. Mark sharp. Cool. Save all that. Okay, so now let's save all this as the cut palm. We're gonna need to mess with the let's see. You need to mess with the meshes now. Because they're gonna be, we messed with the order of them in the file, and so now they're all gonna be different. So we need to go back to our stump. Yeah, see? Okay, so mesh. It's gotta be that one and that one, I believe. No. That one. Okay, cool. And then the palm trunk. Once again, I have no idea what's happening to the transform there. Needs to be that. that one. And is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so go back to here. Save prefab. That's now fixed the issues that we're gonna have with the meshes. Got to go back into here and fix the transform. Oh. Uh-oh. What's the offset, roughly? 1 point... Call that 1.2. Alright. Go here. Alright. Now let's grab this. Let's see if our thing still works. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's... 1 second. Where's the center of mass on that guy? Yeah, something... I think I see one of the issues, but anyway, we'll have to fix that later. Shape. Yeah, this is 1.2. Oh, plus it's half of its height. 1 second. I can deal with that. Alright, how big is this thing? Item. Point. Oh. 7.8 divided by 2. Divided by 2. 3.9 plus 1.2. 5.1. We're going to go with 5.1. All right. Let's get back to it. Why is that too much? Okay, I'm gonna quickly go into the editor. Click, yeah, you have to, I think I know what's wrong. Yeah, okay, so there's a... I'm gonna add something here. Teleport children equals true. Just because I need to override it in a couple places. Okay, move children. Okay, so false. Oh, actually, it's going to be selected and stat size is greater than 1. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to fix something real quick in the... Okay. Oh. It should be equal to 1, not... Whoopsies. My bad. Gotta redo this. Alright. Why is that taking so long to compile? Because it's C++ and we do that. Alright. No, because I edited a header file, which is included by a lot of things. That's why. Okay. But we already need to change that. Okay, so now I think our what? Palm trunk, where are you? All right. That should work. Okay. Save prefab. Now, what's the size that it ended up giving us, curiously? 4.16. Alright, I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what we're going with. Alright, that's good with me. So. Do it here again. Nice. Okay, cool. Now, let's go back to... Okay, let's restart that. Now we need to make the other... type of palm. I'm just going to go over here where there's nothing, so we don't accidentally get attacked by crabs while we're doing this. Alright, so. Palm stump. Yeah, I still don't... Okay, one more thing. Prefab ents. Okay, yeah, we need to... Prefab ents equal... Okay. This should fix that problem. Because it's like doubling up on the transportation. Yeah. All right. There we go. That's okay. So now they spawn together, which is what we wanted. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as our base for it. And we're going to call this bent palm stump now. Bent palm stump. And we're going to call the prefab also bent palm stump. Save prefab. Okay, cool. Now this guy is going to be... He's going to use a different mesh. He's going to use the bent one. If I can find it. Wait. Where is it? Okay, it's literally the... Okay. There we go. Now... Oh, I need to go back into the model. 1 second. 1 second. Object, set origin to center mass. Cool. Now... Cool, yeah, okay, now it's in here. So now we need to go ahead, save that again. Export. Oh, you can't see the blender right now. 1 second. Cut palm. Alright, go back into here. Let's reload the mesh now. Cool, now it's in the right spot. And we're gonna call this the bent palm trunk. And we're gonna go into our shape, and we're also gonna call this bent palm trunk. And then we're gonna generate a convex hull. Okay, this might not work with a convex hull, but we're gonna stick with it for now, so just trust. Save that. Yeah, we might need to do a... Oh, wait, can we do... Okay, 2 hulls. This... Okay, 2 hulls is not enough, but can we do 3? And let's optimize hulls. Nice. Okay, that's good enough for now. Save that. Okay, so now this guy. We're going to change him to be the... Okay. Okay, cool. So now, I believe we can move this guy along this axis and this axis until he roughly fits. Alright, that'll do. Oh, need to move it over a little bit. Okay, cool. And then this guy needs to... Okay, we're just gonna stick with a cylinder for now. Even though it's... Nah, just make it a... Move it over. Yeah, we're gonna move the cylinder over. So it's roughly more centered. And then we're gonna increase its size just a little bit. And make it shorter as well. It's not gonna be perfect. But it'll do for now. Alright. Save. And now... Okay, cool. Beautiful. So now... we can go into our bent palm and add all the stuff that we had from this, which is the damageable and the destructible. So, go to here. Add a component. Damageable. Add a component. Destructible. And then add the bent palm stump as the prefab. And then we can save this prefab. So now, if everything is correct, we can go over here, find our weapon. And... oh. Something's not quite right. Too big of a... oh, I see. I see what's the problem here. Okay, so... bent palm stump. So this guy is offset, and it's not supposed to be. So rigid body. The tree took flight. Yeah, it did. It did. Where's the collider? Okay, so bent palm. Generate the convex hull. Oh, it was a compound convex hull. Shit. The heck? Okay, cool. Oh, actually, here it's fine. I know. Okay, I think if we just reload everything will be fine. Because it was going off the old mesh. For some reason, the reload thing doesn't always work properly. But now, I take the thing. I cut down this tree. Uh-oh. Why are we crashing here? The game has crashed. We're gonna find out why. Somehow. Okay, I'm gonna go into release with debug info. That's gonna give us a little bit more help here. All right. Just waiting for the thing to compile. What's our status here? Fix crash. We're actually getting... okay, we're 15 minutes away from the end of stream. We're not done yet. We're going to fix this bug. But I just got to make sure everybody knows that I don't think there's going to be a stream next week because I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to sunny Portugal. Gonna be gone... I think we're going to miss two... we're going to miss two streams. So the next stream is going to be on October 11th, I believe. But I'm going to see if I can come up with some kind of content to give you guys, even though you might not be getting the regular stream. Alright, kill this guy, first of all. Alright, okay, let's... this give us a crash. I'm just not sure why. Alright. Okay. Self. Is this not a valid entity? Okay. Oh, it doesn't have the... It doesn't have a transform. Alright. I don't know how that happened, but we can fix that. Okay, so the... Okay, I don't know why this is up here. Actually I do know, but heck D, 3 holes max. Generate and optimize. All right, save that guy. And it does have a transform. It does have. This guy's a transform too. Okay, so I'm gonna save that guy. Okay, that's how it's supposed to happen. Go back to here. Okay, so did this guy still work properly? Yeah, that works fine. Okay. E. Which is self. It's saying that we don't have a transform component for this guy. I'm wondering if that's because we already destroyed it. So I'm gonna do a quick just, you know, make this try get component. And then if no. Return. Let's try that. Because I'm wondering if it's somehow getting double destroyed. Because it's taking damage twice or something like that. Because of the shape. It's getting like 2 hits in it. Alright. Wait, what? Okay. That works. I guess that's what it was. Alright, does this guy work? Nice. Alright. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, something looks wrong with the positioning here. Palm stump. Okay, maybe these guys are just low in the in the ground. Yeah, that's fine. This guy's fine. Okay. Alright. Let's see how many... Let's go to the forest. Let's chop down a bunch of trees. How big of a pile can we make? It seems like... Are we not spawning bent palms in here? Okay, let's go to the other woods. Maybe there'll be bent palms over here. Alright. Yeah, there are. And will they float? Wait. Okay, why did that take 2 hits? Maybe I missed it the first time. That's cool. Cut them all down. Come on. We're doing some deforestation here. It's not good for the local environment. Also, the leaves kind of disappear. We'll have to come up with a solution to deal with that later. But yeah, we can actually, like, significantly modify the environment now. By just cutting down all the trees. Nice. Cut down. It's quite satisfying, actually. We just need to get all the models for all the other kinds of trees. Oh. Let's just get here. Yeah. I cut you down. Alright, what can we do? Let's quickly clean up the stump on that one. Make it look a little nicer. Alright. Edges. Subdivide. Control S. Alright. Huh? Edit. Edges. Subdivide. Control S. And then we can start just pulling a couple of these guys around. Can we do normal? No. Global's better. Now we can do normal, actually. Yeah, if we do 2 of them at a time. All right, that's messed up enough now. I think we can export that. All right, save everything. Export. Cut palm. All right, let's get back in. Let's take a look at our thing. Grab our cutlass, as always. Actually, let's grab the actual... I feel like most people haven't seen this because it's kind of hidden. If I can even find it, I don't know what happened to it. Where is the hatchet? Is it anywhere? Alright, well, teleport it here. Save. Alright, pick up the hatchet. There we go. Now we can... Yeah, I should put the hatchet somewhere that's easier to find, but anyway. Let's cut down our bent palm now. This guy. Wait. Oh my god, the hatchet doesn't do enough damage. That's a little... Okay, so I should make it so that the hatchet cuts down trees all the time, even if it's not doing enough damage. Alright, let's... Yeah, so for some reason the cutlass is better at doing damage than the... at cutting down trees than the cutlass. Sorry, than the... Anyway. Okay, so there we go. Our little messed up thing is a little bit nicer there. Alright. What are we doing? Let's go to the east side of the island. And to... Alright. One last skeleton fight where they can, where we can potentially mess them up with, trees. Because maybe the bent palm is going to be easier to hit them with. Alright, where's the guy? Oh, there he is. Come on, chase me, chase me. And I'll try to hit you with the... Oh, shit. Come on. Chase me here, maybe. It's quite hard to hit him with the thing. Come on. Oh, shit. It fell right next to him this time. Jesus Christ. Come on. No. Can't get the angle right. Alright, maybe if I lock onto him and I do it like this. Okay, can we? No! Shit. No, it keeps missing him. Oh, he can cut down the tree too. That kind of makes sense. But it is getting in his way. So it is serving a purpose. Alright. Alright, it is now 3:59. Almost 4 o'clock. It's probably time to wrap up the stream. I can't seem to kill this guy with a tree, even though I very much would like to. But I would like to thank everybody for tuning in, and don't forget, down below there is a link to my Steam. You can wishlist the game there. You can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I'd like to mention that A Short Odyssey is going to be in a Steam event on September 22nd to September 29th. We are part of the summer postcard event. So look out for that. I'll be posting about that. Yeah, and yeah, thank you guys. Thank for all your support. I'm gonna be on vacation for 2 weeks, and I will see you guys back on October 11th. October 11th, I will have another stream, but we will be missing the other week, 2 weeks in there. And thanks for tuning in, guys. See you later.